Daniel Mercer was 19 years old, lean, quiet, and practical. He didn't drink, didn't believe in ghost stories, and never sleepwalked. That's why what happened to him made no sense. At 12:14 a.m., Daniel was lying on his bed, scrolling through his phone. The room was dark except for the blue glow of the screen. Outside, the night was silent. Too silent. Then the smell changed.
Who's there? Help me. What do you want? I'm coming.
No! Stay back!
When Daniel blinked, his bedroom was gone. He was standing upright, barefoot on cold ground, surrounded by towering trees. Thick fog pressed in from every direction. Above him, a full moon hung unnaturally low, bright enough to bleach the color from the forest. In his right hand was a lantern. It was old, rusted, and already burning. Daniel didn't scream. He couldn't. His throat felt locked, like the forest itself was holding its breath. He turned slowly, trying to understand where he was. The trees were dense, twisted, and unfamiliar, their branches bending inward like ribs. There was no road, no trail, no sound of insects, not even wind. This was not a place people wandered into by accident. Daniel took one step back. The ground shifted slightly beneath his feet, soft and wet, like freshly disturbed earth. That was when he heard breathing. It didn't come from behind him. It came from above.
There?
Hovering several feet ahead was a woman. Her long black hair hung over her face in tangled sheets. Her white dress was torn to shreds and soaked with dark, crusted blood. The fabric clung to her body as if it had never dried. She wasn't standing. She was floating. There was empty space beneath her dress where her feet should have been. No shadow, no contact with the ground. The lantern flame trembled violently. Daniel felt a sudden, burning cold in his ankles. He looked down. Dark red stains were spreading across his feet and soaking into his pants, crawling upward like living things. His skin was unbroken. There was no pain, just blood appearing where it shouldn't exist. The woman's head tilted slowly. "You see me," she said, her voice layered, as though several mouths were speaking at once. "That means the forest has accepted you." Daniel tried to run. The forest moved. Trees shifted. Paths folded into each other. Fog thickened until distance meant nothing. With every step, his feet felt heavier, then lighter, like they were slowly losing their connection to the ground. The woman drifted beside him effortlessly. "They brought me here at night," she whispered. They dug quickly. They were afraid of being seen. Images filled Daniel's mind without warning. Hands dragging a screaming woman through mud. A shallow pit dug in haste. Her body lowered carelessly, soil barely covering her legs. Rain fell. The earth washed away. Animals clawed at exposed flesh. Her feet were left bare under the moon. "They buried my name," the woman said. "But they forgot my feet." Daniel collapsed to his knees. The ground felt unreal beneath him, spongy and unstable. The lantern shook violently, its light flickering across the forest floor. "Find my grave," she said. "Finish what they refused to do." Daniel noticed something horrifying. His knees weren't touching the ground anymore. He was hovering slightly above it. Blood soaked past his calves now, staining him exactly the way her dress was stained. As Daniel stumbled forward, the forest began to open up. And before I tell you what he finds there, if you're enjoying this story, like this video and subscribe to the channel. It lets us know you want more dark stories like this. And trust me, what's ahead only gets worse. The fog thinned. A clearing revealed itself. In the center was a shallow pit. Bones lay scattered inside it. Broken ribs, fragments of skull, and feet. Too many feet. Bare, decayed, half-buried. The woman hovered above the pit, her face finally visible. Her eyes were empty holes, darker than the night around them. "This is where they stopped caring," she said. "This is where everyone stops caring." Daniel tried to dig. The lantern screamed without sound, vibrating violently as his body lifted higher off the ground. His feet dangled uselessly in the air. "You are almost finished," she whispered. "You are becoming light." Desperate, Daniel forced himself downward, clawing soil with his hands, shoving dirt back into the pit. He buried every bone, every fragment, until the hole was deeper than before. The forest groaned. The woman screamed, not in anger, but in release. The lantern went dark. Daniel fell. Pain tore through his legs as his feet slammed into solid earth. When he woke, the forest was gone. He lay at the edge of a road just before dawn. No lantern, No woman. No blood. Doctors said he had collapsed from shock. But every night since then, when Daniel stands still for too long, his heels lift slightly off the floor. And when the moon is full, he smells wet soil. Because the woman no longer floats. And the forest always needs someone new to remember what it feels like to be buried wrong.